Good morning. Good morning. It's another great Saturday morning. Great to share Bitcoin 101 again with everybody. Of course, this is being recorded. You can find it on our YouTube channel. And today, I just thought of us going back to basics because I've had a whole lot of people chatting me and asking me, what is NFT? What is DeFi? And I just thought it's good maybe if we can just revisit some of the common terms you can hear when it comes to cryptocurrency space. Every space has its own crucial words that are used. And if you're a newbie, of course, some of them might confuse you. So without wasting much further time, let me just do a screen share and we go straight to our topic for the day. And of course, I hope you can see that, all of you. Let me just try to expand this a little bit. And of course, topic for today is crypto lingo, cryptocurrency terms people use every day. And of course, this might help you in one way or the other if you're joining us for the first time. Or if you'll be watching these later. So just to go straight and just help us understand more on these. And I'll start by saying, despite Bitcoin launching way back in 2009, it's only until recent that you can turn on the news or browse the web without coming across some mention of cryptocurrency. And I am sure all of you can agree it doesn't go a day or two without you seeing a cryptocurrency news popping out. But it's so sad that, of course, we all hear that people are getting fooled by one crypto scam or another. And of course, it's good we remind ourselves that where there's money, criminals are waiting. And how do you get to lose money in the cryptocurrency space through scams? It's because, number one, they will use maybe words or terms that you have no idea how they're talking about. And so they take advantage of you not having the right or knowing the right common words. And of course, if they sound convincing based on the word they're using, you get to lose your money. So before we get started, no, this is not a financial advice. The crypto world is so volatile, like we always say, and you should never risk money you aren't comfortable of losing. That's a key thing we always tell people. But let's now look at some of the common words that are in the crypto space. Now, number one is blockchain, of course. What is blockchain? I'll just be reading through. Every cryptocurrency transaction is processed, verified, and recorded on a virtual ledger known as blockchain. So you can say blockchain is a virtual ledger where all transactions are verified, processed, and recorded. When someone buys or sells using cryptocurrency, another entry is made on these virtual ledgers. So let's call it like a book or something. So think of blockchain as a series of boxcars from a train. When a cryptocurrency transaction is made, another boxcar gets added to the train. So it's a chain. That's why it's called blockchain. It's a chain. So the blockchain is decentralized. This means it's not stored on one machine or even across one network. Instead, the blockchain exists on computers all over the world that are accessible because of the internet. People and companies help verify each transaction that gets added to the blockchain using their own computers, processing power on a decentralized peer-to-peer network. I'll be coming back to explain some of these words that I'm using here, like verification, decentralized. What does decentralization mean? What is peer-to-peer network? And then each transaction is time-stamped, individually encrypted, and cannot be reversed or changed. It's good to know that. Once you enter transaction on blockchain, you cannot reverse it, you cannot change it. Yes, so crypto transaction cannot be reversed. It cannot be reversed. The second one I want us to get to understand today as we go back to basics is the word fiat, the word fiat. And of course, I know most of us know Fiat, the original car that was a lorry back then when we were young. But in the crypto land, fiat is government issued currency. Government issued currency is what is called fiat. If you're in the US, that means US dollar. If you're in Kenya, it means Kenya shilling. So fiat is government issued money. Cryptocurrency, on the other hand, is virtual money. You cannot see it, you cannot touch it, and it's not issued by government. So it's good to know that cryptocurrencies aren't backed by governments or any other standard used with the traditional currency. Each token represents the amount you own. And that's why I was telling another friend of mine, I think the reason that's why most of the people are not getting much from the cryptocurrency space is because we don't want to unlearn what we learned before so that we can get to understand how crypto space really works. We are coming with the old way of thinking in the crypto space, and that's why even people are losing money. You have to unlearn and then learn how the crypto space works. So how much each token is worth varies based on the current market value. On the day it's up, the one day it's up, the next day is down. With the cryptocurrency, the price fluctuations can happen much faster and more extreme, both positive and negative. That's why we always say volatility is one of the risks, major risks that is there in the crypto space. The other one I want us to talk about today as we go back to basics is altcoin. What is an altcoin? Altcoin is very easy to remember because altcoin is any digital currency that is not Bitcoin. The word altcoin means alternative coin, alternative from Bitcoin. So it's good to know there are thousands of other cryptocurrencies, and with new ones being added each and every other time. I think as I was researching this, it's good to know that the first 5 cryptocurrencies based on market caps, and market cap, I'll be explaining it later, and which is the total value of the circulating supply. Since the crypto moving fast, it's good to note that by the time maybe we are reading these, maybe the market cap of some of these cryptos has already changed. So the first 5 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Tether, and Solana. Number 4, the one I want us to explain, or I want to share with you today, is an exchange. What is an exchange? To buy cryptocurrency, you need to start with an exchange. Think of an exchange like a crypto middleman. It's an online service that allows you to exchange your fiat for crypto or change your crypto to fiat. If you're familiar with traditional investment, a crypto exchange functions like a brokerage. You can deposit money from your bank, transfer by wire, through debit card and other standard deposit methods, and you can expect to pay fees for most transactions. You can also buy cryptos through apps you already might be using, like Venmo, Robinhood, and Cash App. So exchange is where you change your crypto to fiat, fiat to crypto. Number 5, I want to talk about a wallet. What is a wallet? In basic terms, a cryptocurrency wallet is an app or physical storage device that allows you to store and retrieve your digital currency. Wallets can hold multiple cryptocurrency, so you're not limited to just Bitcoin. For example, whether you use an app or physical wallet, it's important to note that the currency itself is not stored there. Rather, wallets store the location of your currency on blockchain. So it's also good to know that wallets are split into 2 categories. We have a hot and a cold wallet. A hot wallet, by definition, is connected to the internet, and the most secure way to store your cryptocurrency is with a cold wallet, one that isn't connected to the internet. And then also it's good to note physical wallets come in different types, and they're usually specially designed USB drives that directly store your cryptocurrency for later use. Physical wallets provide most protection from hackers. So if you have a whole lot of cryptocurrency and you're thinking like, I don't need crypto, maybe I just need them to increase in size, don't put them online, just put them offline. It's also good, just to give you 2 examples of the most popular cold wallets. We have Ledger Nano X and Trezor Mode. And one of the 2, I prefer Ledger Nano X because it supports over 23 different types of cryptocurrencies and has additional features. So from there, let's go to the word mining. I'm sure a lot of us have heard the word mining. And of course, it's associated with Bitcoin, which is created by mining. Computers mine coins through solving complex math problems. The more powerful the computer, the faster it can think. So now, if your computer is faster, one, to solve the problem, bingo, you win one of the units of whatever cryptocurrency you mine. So while there are a few cryptocurrencies out there with an infinite supply, most have a limit. For Bitcoin, that limit is only 21 million Bitcoins. And the last coin will be mined in the year 2140. The next word I want us to share to define today is DeFi. I'm sure we've had a whole lot of people talking about what is DeFi. I get this question each and every other time, people asking me what is DeFi, but I'll just define it very simply. And DeFi is a shortened version of the word decentralized finance, decentralized finance. This term, decentralized finance, this term refers to, just one second. This term refers to financial transactions that happen without a middleman, like government, bank, or another financial institution. That's the definition of the word DeFi. I just wanted to keep it simple as that. It refers to any financial transaction that happens without a middleman, like a government, bank, or another financial institution. And DeFi is very new in the space, but it's growing very fast. It's growing. It's an industry that is growing very fast. Another word I want us to share today is NFT. I'm sure a whole lot of you have had NFT on the news and also across the globe. What is NFT? It means non-fungible tokens. The definition of NFT is non-fungible tokens. And it's just a fancy word of saying this digital item is one of a kind and it's irreplaceable. It applies to anything you can imagine, from online art to songs to viral videos, articles, text logos, and GIFs. Some people collect vintage cars, wines, famous art, and baseball cards. Now, any digital item also can be turned into a collectible. So they also act as status symbols online. So non-fungible tokens is the only way to buy an NFT is using cryptocurrency. Is also good to know that. And you can buy NFT through an auction platform, secondary market, or participating in a mint. What's that? Maybe you might ask, what is a mint? What is a mint? So let me define what a mint is. So minting is how a file such as JPEG or GIF is recorded on a blockchain. After an NFT is minted, it can be sold or traded. If you are participating in a mint, that means you are the first person to buy that work from its creator. You can also hold, sell, or trade it. So minting is a process of recording any collectible on blockchain, just to share it in a simple way. So during the minting process, the creator specifies the royalties they receive from future sales. This acts as commissions if work changes hands in the future, and it's a big draw for artists looking for to go digital. If you sell an NFT on a secondary market, it's likely gets a cut of the sale too. And I think here in Kenya, we've seen people like Eliud Kipchoge selling some of his art, digital collectible through NFT. So the other word I know you've had, and it's a common word we always hear, is Hodo. What is Hodo? Hodo stands for hold on for dear life. Hold on for dear life. Of course, you may say it originated as a typo of the word hold on a Bitcoin forum way back, but now it's everyday slang. So it's just a way of people are saying, do not sell your cryptocurrency, just hold them. But then, of course, they put it as a slang, which means Hodo. So the idea behind it is very simple. If you believe a project or currency will gain more value, just Hodo, even through the dips in the market. Even when it's correcting downwards, you don't sell, you don't panic, you just hold on to your dear life or for dear life. So some more terms as I come to the conclusion. Of course, you've had words like Decentralized App, which is dApps. These are applications designed by developers to deploy on blockchain to carry out actions without intermediaries. Decentralized finance activities are often completed using decentralized apps. Ethereum is the main network supporting activities in the decentralized finance. So that's dApps. And then the other word you might have come across is digital gold. Experts sometimes compare specific cryptocurrencies to real gold based on the way it can store and increase in value. Bitcoin commonly is referred to as the digital gold. So the other word you might come across as you are growing in the space is the word fork. And it means when a blockchain user makes changes to its rules, these changes to the protocol of a blockchain often resort to new paths. One that often follows the old rules, and a new blockchain that splits off from the previous one. Example of a fork is a fork of Bitcoin, which resorted to Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is another cryptocurrency that was there. And then from there, another word you might hear is gas. And a gas is a fee that developers have to pay on Ethereum network in order to use the system. Gas is paid in Ether, or Ethereum, the native cryptocurrency of Ethereum. So gas, you might hear people saying you need gas for you to do a transaction. So it just means it's a fee. The other word you might come across is Genesis block, and the Genesis block just refers to the block of a cryptocurrency, the first block of a cryptocurrency to ever be mined. I think for Bitcoin, it was mined January 3rd, 2009. That's when the Genesis block was mined. The other word you might come across is Huffing. And Huffing just means a feature written into Bitcoin's code in which after a certain number of blocks are mined, typically after every 4 years, the amount of new Bitcoin entering circulation gets halved. The halving can be can have an impact on Bitcoin price. So since 2009, every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin that are issued every 10 minutes into circulation is cut into half every 4 years. The last halving happened, I think, in 2020. The next one will be May last year, I think. And then the next one will be in 2024, where we'll move from 6.25 to 3.125. The other word you might hear is what we call a hash. And these are unique string of numbers and letters that identify blocks and are tied to a crypto buyer or seller, buyer and seller. That's a hash. The other thing you might come across is what we call initial coin offering, ICO. This is a way of that funds are raised for a new cryptocurrency project. ICOs are similar to initial public offers, IPO, when it comes to stocks. So it's just that IPOs are in stocks, ICOs in the cryptocurrency space. Another one that you might come across is what we call market capitalization. For cryptocurrency, market cap refers to the total value of all the coins that have been mined. You can calculate crypto market caps by multiplying the current number of coins by the current value of the coins. That's how you get what market cap is. Another word you might come across is what we call a node. And basically, a node is a computer that connects to a blockchain network. You can run blockchain nodes from anywhere in the world. It's also good to note that. The other word you might come across is what we call peer-to-peer, and this basically means two users interacting directly without a third party or intermediary. And this happens especially in the cryptocurrency space. Another word that you might come across is what we call public key. And your wallet addresses, which is similar to your wallet address, which is similar to your bank account. You can share your public key with people or institutions so that they can send you money or take money from your account when you authorize it. And with money here, I mean cryptocurrency, because we're talking about crypto. The other word you might come across is from public key, we have private key. And the encrypted code, this is an encrypted code that allows direct access to your cryptocurrency, like your bank account password. You should never share your private key. So you always say, not your private key, not your Bitcoins, or not your cryptos. The other word you might come across is Satoshi Nakamoto. And of course, this is a pseudonym, pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin. No one knows the true identity of Nakamoto, or if it's more than one person. So we don't know whether it's a lady, a man, or a group of people. And Satoshi Nakamoto, of course, they or he or she disappeared sometimes back in 2011. So the other word you might come across as I come to the end is smart contract. This is an algorithmic algorithmic program that enacts the terms of contract automatically based on its code. One of the main value proposition of Ethereum network is its ability to execute smart contracts. So it's an algorithmic program that enables, enacts the terms of a contract automatically based on its code. The other word you might come across is what we call a stablecoin or a digital fiat. And a stablecoin pegs its value into some of the other non-digital currency or commodity. A digital fiat represents fiat or government-backed currencies on blockchain. Like stablecoins, we have like Tether. And then for digital fiat, we have, or what we call CBDCs, we have like EU1. The other last thing I want to share with you today is what we call a token. And a token is a unit of value on blockchain that usually has some other value proposition besides just a transfer of value, like a coin. Okay, so a token is not a coin. It's good to know that it's a unit of value on a blockchain that usually has some other value proposition, just a transfer of value. So basically, that's what I wanted to share with you today, some common terms that, of course, you'll come across once you are in the crypto space. And I hope you've learned something new. So we have blockchain, we have fiat, altcoin, exchange, wallet, mining, DeFi, NFT, mint, Hodo, digital gold, fork, gas, Genesis, block, Huffing, hash, initial coin offering, market capitalization, node, peer-to-peer, public key, private key, Satoshi Nakamoto, of course, smart contract, stablecoin or digital, fiat, and token. So let me stop there and pass the baton to Louis so that he can show us or tell us what has been happening in the space in terms of news. So Louis, I hope you are on. So let me make you the host.
Okay, hope you can hear me.
Can hear you, but can't see.
Okay, so let me put on my video as well. Yeah, I think that's okay now. So yeah, thank you, Lawrence, for that quick rundown about the terms. So what we basically try and do here is just to break down simple things that that can help you understand the concept that we come about within the cryptocurrency ecosystem. But of course, at the end of it all, it's all about experiencing. You have to experience cryptocurrency. You have to run that wallet. You have to buy that first Bitcoin. You have to buy that first cryptocurrency. Get to hold it. That's the best way to actually put this into good use. So without wasting much time, let us go through some news items that actually stood out this week. There was a lot of news within the cryptocurrency system, but of course, we'll try and make it brief to this session. So the first one that I saw was about this guy called Jordan Peterson, who says actually he bought more Bitcoin. As he says, inflation be damned. So you're not shared. Okay. Let me see that again. Sorry about that. I think I thought I shared. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, so yeah, thank you for that. So hope you are able to see now. So Jordan Peterson buys more Bitcoin. He's the best-selling author of a book called let me see, I think it was the Bitcoin Standard. Yes. So the Seifan Amos, yes, the author of the Bitcoin Standard and the Fiat Standard, joined Dr. John Peterson, a clinical psychologist, best-selling author and host of the JBP podcast, to discuss money, economics, incentives, decentralization, Bitcoin, and fiat currency. Those are some of the terms that just Lawrence took us through. So he says, rather he even bought more Bitcoin. He says, learned a lot. Peterson tweeted after the conversion with Amos, bought some more Bitcoin. Inflation be damned. I think we'll be talking about inflation also this week, how it is getting to levels whereby it is becoming a concern. And of course, Bitcoin, or rather now the digital gold, is going to be that hedge for any serious investor out there. So if you want to read more about that, I can be able to share the link for that news, but it's quite interesting. Moving on to El Salvador, it says El Salvador to integrate Bitcoin City-backed bonds. So I think this is another news item that is actually quite significant. The fact that we are going to see, as you can see over there, the development of Bitcoin City will see the proactive involvement of prominent crypto companies, including cryptocurrency exchange, Bitfinex and Adam Back's Blockstream. So I think that is very clear that things are moving in different directions. So El Salvador continues to lead the Bitcoin adoption drive as President Nayib Bukele announces the launch of Bitcoin City, which will be funded by initially 1 billion Bitcoin bonds. So I think this was the key news item. Now you are seeing that we have Bitcoin bonds, and that is a serious precedent going forward in terms of cryptocurrency. So let's we'll be watching that closely, and how that will be going to play out. But by and large, it is quite some good information. To some other news, Bitcoin is crashing gold as adoption cycle accelerates, says Galaxy Digital Mike Novogratz. So it's all about having that hedge, having that asset that will withstand time. Of course, that's not forgetting the ups and downs. I think we've been talking this month about cycles, market cycles. Lawrence just talked today about Hodo, which is all. So in any of those cycles, you should focus more to hold more of your cryptocurrencies, or even accumulate more. So Galaxy CEO Mike Novogratz thinks Bitcoin as a new asset of choice for people seeking to protect themselves from the effects of inflation. Again, you see, inflation is everywhere. Everybody's talking about inflation. So I think it's a whole long story I don't want to read, but of course, the key thing is that Bitcoin is going to be that cryptocurrency that is going to withstand, of course, now removing gold as the long known like asset class for hedging against currencies that of course undergo inflation. Other news: Collins Dictionary announces NFT as award of 2021. I think that is interesting. We just talk about the key terms, and now you are seeing now Collins Dictionary announces that NFT, which from what Lawrence has just shared, NFT means non-fungible tokens. So NFT is award of the year according to Collins Dictionary, even though it's an abbreviation. So you can see over there, it officially announced its 10th word annual shortlist for 2021, as well as declaring that NFT, though technically an abbreviation as for non-fungible tokens, is award for the year, surpassing the likes of crypto, metaverse, hybrid, working, among others. So I think that is that shows you how this particular industry is growing. And I think this maybe I can just read this. The blog post, frankly, the blog post spoke frankly about the prospect of a digital revolution through a conveyance of money and the internet, which seeks to challenge and evolve traditional mediums of payment into the 21st century. I think that is quite a good note coming from the Collins Dictionary, who are known for, of course, the English language. So that is quite interesting. Conveyance of money and the internet. I think that is a key point over there. Moving on to some other news. Russians transact 5 billion in crypto each year, Bank of Russia says. So through Russia, though Russia has become a global leader in the crypto market, the Bank of Russia is still skeptical about Bitcoin, despite them trading more than 5 billion. So you can see how adoption is actually going up and up and up. And of course, the status quo is still not willing to budge. So Russian people are among the world's most active participants of the currency market, according to the country's central bank. So the Bank of Russia published a fresh review of the financial stability on Thursday, reporting that the country's growing role in the $2.8 trillion market. Of course, that is quite good. So, I mean, this shows you how crypto has grown since, 12 years now, which is actually interesting. To other news, we cross over to India. You can see what's there. India's government regulates not ban Bitcoin. I think that is some other news that we've been actually been keen on that. So local media reports conclude the government will regulate crypto as a commodity and prohibit its use as a payment mechanism. So you can see they are saying they are going to not ban it, but of course they are going to prohibit as a payment mechanism while building infrastructure for KYC AML around fiat gateways. So I think this is a conflicting statement from them because you cannot ban and then you cannot say you're going to ban and then again prohibit the use it as a form of payment, because at the bottom of it, cryptocurrencies are supposed to be used as a form of as a medium of payment. That is what it seeks to solve. So a CNN affiliate in India has confirmed that the government isn't seeking to totally buy crypto ban in its bill. Rather, mechanisms regulate the asset class as a commodity. So that is what is going to be happening in India. And of course, expect conflicting signals from India. That is what we've seen in the recent past, similar to what China has been doing in the past couple of years. Some other news: the future is Bitcoin, according to South Park creators. So if you normally watch those comics, the likes of the Simpsons, the South Park is one of the what do you call the form of you can say adult cartoons whereby they discuss actually interesting concept about the future. So South Park, I think it's a very popular series on Netflix and also on the TV basically. On the future, it says it's the future. We've all decided centralized banking is rigged, so we trust more in fly by night Ponzi schemes, said the mortal clerk accepting Bitcoin as a payment. So that is one of the places that I think we are starting to see how cryptocurrencies are now to feed into the everyday use of the society. So as you can see over there, South Park, the animated TV series that often tackles topical issues with a comic twist, showed Bitcoin being used as a mainstream means of payment into the no too distant future. I think when you start seeing such, you know that of course adoption is getting more and more up there. Other news says here, Mexico's third richest man advises buy Bitcoin now. Says US looking increasingly likely a third world country. So why is this so? Because of inflation. And maybe if you can see what he says exactly. He says Ricardo Salinas Pelgo on US economy and Bitcoin, because that is the key aspect. Of course, any billionaire of course has to be vast about the world happenings. So Mexican billionaire Ricardo Salinas Pelgo commented on the US economy and Bitcoin on Wednesday. He is the founder and chairman of a Grupo Salinas Group of companies, and see over there. His net worth is what? $14.2 billion. So if this guy, let's say, puts in 10% of that, 10%, that would be what? That would be, what is it, 1.4 billion? What? Yeah, 10%. So I think that is that would be quite interesting coming from such a billionaire. He says Salinas posted a weekly chart on the total value of Fed assets less elimination of the from cancellation, which was updated on November 18, shows total assets of more than $8.6 trillion. That is it shows that total assets of more than $8.6 trillion the billionaire tweeted. Good old US is looking more and more likely, so let me take that again. Good old USA is looking more and more like any other irresponsible third world country. Whoa, look at the scale of fake money creation by Bitcoin right now. I think that is what the billionaire are saying. And of course, I usually say, watch what these guys are doing, watch what they're doing, and then follow them, copy them, and see how it's going to be. Actually, I think I talked about 10%, and actually it's there. The Mexican billionaire has been pro Bitcoin for quite some time. In November last year, he revealed that 10% of his liquid portfolio was in Bitcoin. So I think this is where, this is quite interesting coming from such a billionaire. Moving on. Bitcoin overtakes PayPal on the value transferred sets site on MasterCard report. That is, I think, one of the platforms that now have, I mean, everybody knows PayPal, but now Bitcoins is overtaking it as a form of payment right now. So I think that basically sums up my, that was my last, my last segment. Let me see if there are any questions, as we have, I think, about 3 minutes or 4 minutes before we come to a close. So let me stop the share. Yeah, so any question, any clarification, any suggestion for our next week topic that you may want us to cover, we'd be glad to tackle it and also prepare for it. So we have about 5 minutes, actually 6 minutes to go. So let's have an open session these last 5 minutes. So yeah, welcome Esther, Vivian, Valerie, Kevin. Yeah, so any question for the guest today? We'll be glad to or maybe Lawrence, if you have any clarity, you can also jump in as you wait for. Let me check the chats.
So it's good to have all of you. Remember, today we were just discussing about the crypto terms that if you go online, you'll always hear people talk about these terms. For those people who joined late, you can always go to our YouTube channel so that you don't get confused when people start talking about cryptocurrency. They're saying some words and you're thinking, what is that? What is DeFi? What is NFT? What is Hodo? And such words. So I broke down that. Join our Telegram group, follow us on YouTube. This will be, of course, we'll upload it in a few minutes. You can watch it from our YouTube channel. So with that, I think I'll just wish all of you a blessed weekend. God bless you. God bless your businesses. God bless your family. And do hope we'll see you again next week on Saturday. If you have anything you'd like for us also to share in our next session, just drop it to us. So back to you, Luis.
Yeah, so thank you, Lawrence. I've just shared the links for our YouTube channel and our Telegram. So you be sure to join it because that's where we'll be. We share most of our thoughts, our ideas there. So let me see. I think Kevin just shared something. Okay, yeah, we appreciate so much, Kevin. You've been here with us for a while. So ICOs, IDOs, and ISPOs. I think Lawrence touched about that a little bit. ICOs basically is initial coin offerings. Initial IDOs, we have IEOs, that is initial exchange offerings. ISPOs, I think, I don't know what that is, but we'll be glad to check that out. But they're basically a form of initial offers. People have projects, people have proposals, people have ideas. So they present it to some few people. So they offer it to would-be investors. So you'll be the one now, of course, buying into the idea. Of course, you have to spend your cryptocurrencies. You have to spend your whatever you have. You have to spend your Ethereum. So that of course, in expectation that that project will launch. So it's usually a high risk participating in such platforms. But of course, they usually say high risk, high reward. So that is what you should always remember. I hope that answers you, Kevin. Any other question? Any other question?
So I think Kevin is suggesting that we tackle ICOs, IDOs, and ISPOs next week. I think we can just do the acronyms of some of these words that are using the crypto next week. So no worries. I'm sure we can tackle that next.
All right. Yeah. Yes. Thank you for that clarification. I think I didn't see the last part of the question, but of course, yeah, we'll be glad to put together something comprehensive for your benefit. So any other question? I've shared the two links for our Telegram channel and for our YouTube channel. So be glad to. Yeah. So Valerie says are there any essays coming out soon? Valerie, there are many essays coming out every day. We see a lot of them. Actually, how there are very many. You can actually lose track. That's why we usually say before you get into an ICO or an IEO or an IDO, make sure that you do your due diligence. And that is what we do here at Decrypt. Just to, at times, that's the work that we do. It's not easy. It's time. It's involving. You have to really spend a lot of time analyzing, doing audits. But of course, yeah, there are very many. You can never keep track of them. That's why, and many of them fail actually. So just like any other business out there, you see people starting businesses, and of course, out of the 100 that start, maybe 5 survive. And that's the same thing with IDOs and ICOs and ICOs, IDO, IEOs. They come up, and of course, their level of failure is, of course, higher than even traditional business. So that's what I can share. Maybe Lawrence, if you have anything.
Just to add on what Louis is saying, most scams comes in form of ICOs, in fact, where like you lose your Bitcoins to something that will never even launch. So initial coin offering, before you go in, you have to do due diligence and you have to do a whole lot of research. It's not a quick walk in the park. And that's why we always tell people, don't buy hype. If you buy hype, you're going to get burned. And the 2016, 2017 was the years where most of us saw dust in terms of ICOs, because 99% of all the ICOs that were launched in 2016, 2017 never saw the light of the day. So, of course, like Louis has said, it takes a whole lot of work. It takes a lot of research, auditing, going for, of course, joining AMAs, those questions and stuff. So it's kind of a lot of work. So Val is saying, oh, good, we'd like to learn more. That's okay. Yes, we didn't buy the hype of BTC in 2015. Yeah, I know. And because a whole lot of ICOs, in fact, they were saying it's going to be bigger than Bitcoin, if you remember back then. But go and check whether those projects are still there. They are dead. They are dead and buried and gone. And of course, it's painful because back then you were losing Bitcoin when it was less than even $1,000. So if you look at it today, Bitcoin is at over $54,000. So you can imagine like losing 10 Bitcoins back then, and today you'll be having like $500,000. But it's gone, and those guys are gone. You cannot find them. You cannot even like retrieve those wallets and stuff. So it's painful. So with that, I think that's all from me today. So Louis, just say your parting.
Okay, so I think that basically sums up our question. So Valerie, on your last question, just check my last week session. I think I shared about what you're asking. So just check the YouTube channel that I just shared the link to answer your last question about are we in for a correction. So with that, I think I want to say thank you very much for you attending today. We always show up. We keep on showing up in the essence of for us to learn about the next future of currency. So thank you very much, and have a blessed week ahead and weekend. Thank you and bye-bye.